Welcome! Today, we will embark on an in-depth exploration of the film The White Tiger. We will delve into the story and focus on this journey of ascent from poverty to wealth and from veiled servitude to an entirely different world. Our mission here is to extract the core ideas about how the film portrays concepts such as poverty, modern-day slavery, individual rebellion, and how these issues affect human nature within the context of the film and contemporary Indian society. A pivotal concept presented in the film is the rooster coop. This isn't just a literal coop, but a very powerful metaphor for the state of mental and social enslavement in which millions live, especially within the servant class in India. The protagonist, Balram, is one of them. They are born, live, and die, and their greatest aspirations, unfortunately, are to serve their masters. The paradox, as pointed out, is that the key to escape exists, but very few consider using it. What is truly striking is how the film links extreme poverty to the distortion of human nature. Extreme poverty can strip a person of their dignity and basic choices, leading them to accept demeaning situations or be compelled to commit acts
they would never have considered under other circumstances, such as reusing medical instruments or stealing food. Dignity becomes secondary. Initially, we see that Balram, the protagonist's ambition, was simply to be a good servant. Very simple. He even displays a strange loyalty, a loyalty that extends to accepting insults and sometimes beatings. This clearly reflects how the class hierarchy and poverty impose a mentality of acceptance and submission to the point that a person sees their self-worth only through serving their master. The moment of transformation arrives, the critical moment when the master's American wife causes the death of a child in a car accident. Here, Balram is forced to sign a false confession, taking responsibility. The ironic paradox is that, as he mentions, he was genuinely prepared to go to prison in place of his master. Although the case is later closed without formal charges against him, this particular incident plants the seeds of confusion, the first doubts about the justice and integrity of his masters. Here, the question is posed: can such blind loyalty withstand such an easy sacrifice by the served?
لحظة إدراك أنه لم يعد لديه ما يخسره ضمن قواعد اللعبة القديمة، وبعد الجريمة وسرقة أموال الرشوة، تلك نشهد التحول الكامل. برام الفادم يصبح سيداً. برام الباشا الجديد يؤسس شركته الخاصة لسيارات الأجرة، لكن الشخصية تظل مركبة، ليست بسيطة. فهو يظهر جانباً من المسؤولية، مثلاً عندما يعود سائقاً لديه تسبب في حادث، وهذا يعني يتناقض تماماً مع سلوك أسياده السابقين تجاهه. والفيلم يختم بمشهد قوي ومباشر جداً يخاطب فيه برام المشاهدين مباشرة ويسأل: متى ستتحررون أنتم أيضاً من حظائركم؟ إنها دعوة صريحة وربما مقلقة للتساؤل عن القيود التي نفرضها على أنفسنا أو تفرض علينا، وربما تحمل تلميحاً بأن التحرر قد يتطلب أفعالاً جذرية. خلاصة مستعرضنا أن فيلم النمر الأبيض يقدم استكشافاً درامياً صادماً وعميقاً للآثار النفسية والاجتماعية للفقر والعبودية. يرينا كيف أن الظروف القاسية يمكن أن تدفع الإنسان إلى التحرر نحو تحولات جذرية وأعمال متطرفة في سعيه للحرية ولتشكيل ذات جديدة، حتى لو كان الثمن هو أن يصبح نسخة بمن كان يخدمهم. يتركنا الفيلم والتحليل أمام سؤال جوهري للتأمل: ما هي الحظائر غير المرئية، سواء كانت اجتماعية، اقتصادية أو حتى نفسية، التي قد نكون سجناء داخلها دون أن ندري؟ وما الذي يتطلبه الأمر حقا للتحرر منها، خصوصا وأن ثمن هذه الحرية قد يكون معقدا أخلاقيا أو قد يقودنا ببساطة إلى تبديل الأدوار داخل نفس نظام القوة والهيمنة؟ سؤال يبقى مفتوحا.
Balram, the servant, becomes a master. The new Balram Basha establishes his own taxi company. However, the character remains complex, not simple. He displays a sense of responsibility, for example, when a driver he employs causes an accident, and this contrasts sharply with his former master's behavior towards him. The film concludes with a powerful and very direct scene in which Balram addresses the viewers directly, asking, "When will you also break free from your coops?" It is a clear and perhaps unsettling call to question the constraints, the limitations that we impose on ourselves or that are imposed upon us. And perhaps it carries a hint that liberation may require radical actions. In summary, The White Tiger offers a dramatic, shocking, and profound exploration of the psychological and social effects of poverty and servitude. It shows us how harsh conditions can drive a person towards liberation, towards radical transformations and extreme actions in their quest for freedom, and to create a new self, even if the price is to become a version of those they once served. The film and this analysis leaves us with a fundamental question for contemplation. What are the invisible coops, whether social, economic, or even psychological, that we might be prisoners within without realizing it? And what does it truly take to break free from them, especially when the price of this freedom may be morally complex or may simply lead us to switch roles within the same system of power and dominance? A question that remains open.